list and should be longer. It is, nonetheless, an A to Z of gratitude, however meagerly expressed. Color has been the inspirational and inexhaustible subject of our ongoing conversation. Over the decade that it has lasted, our views of ourselves changed. Sometimes we were two professors with a shared interest in painting and literature, engaged in a cross-disciplinary exploration of the relations between words and color. Other times, we were simply a writer and a painter sharing ideas and images as we each thought about the nature of color itself, which always, of course, always involved thinking about the nature of the world we live in. Color, it turns out, is something shared, and also something impossible to share, or maybe just impossible to know if or how it is shared. But color is also unavoidable and irresistible, and always worth the effort of trying to understand its many wonders. Color Matters. An Introduction. Man needs color to live. Fernand Léger. Our lives are saturated by color. The sky above us is blue, or gray, or pink, or purple, or nearly black. The grass we walk on is green, though sometimes it is brown. Our skin has color, though not exactly the color we normally ascribe to it. Our hair has color, even if that color inevitably changes with time, and may change again with the skill of our hair colorist. Our clothes have color, our furniture, and our houses too. Our food has color, so do milk, coffee, and wine. Color is an unavoidable part of our experience of the world, not least as it differentiates and organizes the physical space in which we live, allowing us to navigate it. We also think in, or maybe better with, color. Color marks our emotional and social existence. Our psychological states have color. We see red, feel blue, are tickled pink, and, not infrequently, are green with envy, particularly when confronted by those so tickled. Gender is distinguished, maybe even shaped, by color. We dress baby girls in pink and baby boys in blue, though at one point in history we did it the other way around. Class has color designators. There are rednecks and blue bloods, though blue bloods often declare their blue blood with their resistance to all vivid colors, even blue. The political world is demarcated by its colors. For example, the polarized red and blue states in America, and green parties, now almost everywhere committed to environmental causes. But for all color's inescapability, we don't know much about it. There is no comparably salient aspect of daily life that is so complicated and so poorly understood. We are not quite sure what it is, or maybe it is better to say, we are not quite sure where it is. It seems to be there, unmistakably a property of the things of the world that are colored. But no scientists believe this, even though they don't always agree with one another about where they think it is. Chemists tend to locate it in the microphysical properties of colored objects, physicists in the specific frequencies of electromagnetic energy that those objects reflect, physiologists in the photoreceptors of the eye that detect this energy, and neurobiologists in the neural processing of this information by the brain. Their disagreement, or more accurately, the mismatch of their inquiry, seems to suggest that color inhabits some indistinct borderland between the objective and the subjective, the phenomenal and the psychological. Crudely put, the chemists and physicists operate on one side of the boundary, the physiologists and neurobiologists on the other. Philosophers, at least those who think about the ontological question of color, that is, what is it, function in all this somewhat like NATO peacekeeping troops patrolling the borders, and are successful mainly when they are clearly neutrals, with their own interests of little concern to the disputants. For artists, the precise scientific nature of color is more or less irrelevant. What matters is what color looks like, and also, and not to be underestimated, how much the paint costs. The artists are, one could say, the indigenous population, largely uninterested in the scholarly debates, but who have been successfully cultivating color for millennia in order to survive. The rest of us, with no professional stake in the matter,